Spring Boot, Inject Map from application.yml. Introduction. In Spring Boot, configuration is often stored in application.yml, application.properties. Sometimes you need to store dynamic key-value pairs, like feature flags, API, endpoints, configuration mappings, environment-based settings. Instead of creating many fields, you can use a map to load these values dynamically. Spring Boot makes it easy to inject a map directly from YAML. What does Inject Map from application.yml mean? It means reading a YAML structure and converting it into a Java map. In simple terms, YAML key values means Spring Boot means Java map. Example concept. Application.yml means parsed means map underscore string. Why this is important? Without map, too many individual properties, hard to manage, not scalable. With map, dynamic keys, flexible configuration, clean code. Example concept. Flexible config means map, means easy access YAML. Example app, settings, key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2. Example concept. Nested YAML means map structure method 1, using @value, simple. Example, import org Spring Framework, beans factory animation, value. Import org Spring Framework, stereotype, component. Import java.util.map. Component public class app config. @value, #@sign, #app.settings. Private map a string to string, settings. Public map, string, get settings, return settings. Example concept. @value means spell, means YAML, means map injected. Important note for @value. This works only when YAML is simple. App, settings, key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2. Otherwise, it may fail with complex YAML. Method 2. Using @configuration properties. Recommended. Step 1. YAML, app, settings, key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2. Step 2. Configuration class. Import org.springframework.boot.context.properties configuration properties. Import org.springframework.comment. Import java.util map. Component. @configuration properties, prefix app, public class app config. Private map string, settings. Public map string, get settings, return settings. Public void, set settings, map string settings. This .settings equals settings. Usage @autowired, private app config, map string, map equals app config get settings. Example concept. Authentication properties means clean binding, means map injected. Why @configuration properties is better? Type safe, supports nested structures, cleaner code, better for large configs. Recommended by Spring. Example concept. Structured config means strongly typed Java object. Method 3. Inject map with complex values. YAML app. Users user 1. Name John, age 30. User 2. Name Jane, age 25. Java class public class user. Private string name, private int age. Hashtag, getters and setters. Config class @configuration properties. Prefix app. Public class app config. Private map string, user, users. Getters and setters. Example concept. Nested YAML means map string object binding. Method 4. Inject map into @bean public myService app config. Return new myService config.get settings. Example concept. Map injected means passed to service method 5. Use environment object. Import org springframework.core.env.environment. @autorandom. Private environment env. String value equals env.get property app settings key 1. Example concept. Environment means manual property access. Real-world example YAML app. Endpoints. User/API user. Order/API order. Java map string endpoints equals appconfig.get settings. String user URL equals endpoints.get user. Example concept. Dynamic keys means flexible API config. Common mistakes. 1. Wrong YAML structure settings. Key 1, value 1. No. 2. Missing setter in @configuration properties. Map not injected. 3. Using @value for complex YAML. Leads to parsing errors. 4. Prefix mismatch @configuration properties. Prefix equals wrong. 5. Not enabling configuration properties. For older Spring Boot versions, enable configuration properties. Best practices. Best practices include: use @configuration properties for map injection. Keep YAML clean and structured. Use meaningful keys. Avoid deeply nested maps unless necessary. Example concept. Clean YAML means clean Java mapping advantages. Advantages include: flexible configuration, dynamic key support, cleaner code, easy maintenance, supports nested structures. Challenges. Challenges include: YAML formatting errors, binding issues, debugging configuration type mismatches. Concepts learned. By learning this topic, you understand how to inject map from YAML, difference between @value and @configuration properties, how Spring Boot binds config to objects, how to handle nested structures, how to use dynamic configuration. Simple definition. Inject map from application.yml. The process of mapping YAML key value pairs into a Java map using Spring Boot configuration binding. Final summary. Spring Boot allows you to inject maps directly from application.yml. The best approach is configuration properties prefix equals app. This provides clean structure, type safety, flexibility. While @value works for simple cases, @configuration properties is the recommended approach for real-world applications.